So we got 2 plays broken down. We're making pretty good time, I think.
Yeah.
We got 2 more to go. And we're going to switch to Brian's offensive play choice. Brian, why don't you run through what we're looking at for this?
We're going to go a little more current, going back to last year. 2020, Week 16, is Bills versus Patriots. This is a classic what Josh Allen is doing now that he didn't do in previous years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a big step up. All right, so let's take a look. Let's listen to that play. I didn't even have it switched over. Okay, one more time.
Off the play action. Allen hit as he throws, able to complete it. Diggs, and taillights time. Diggs is looking back. Touchdown.
All right, so there it is. Touchdown. Bill's just taking it to the Patriots here, but a beautiful route in connection between Allen and Diggs, which is one of our favorite kind of looks right now, right? That's one of the better wide receiver quarterback duos. So let's take a gander. What do we got here? What are we looking at here, Brian, with the Patriots and the Bills?
Yeah, Bills come out in 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Josh is under center, so typically called something like single back. They're going twins right. They got Beasley is lined up on the outside, and Gabriel Davis is lined up on the inside on the right side with Dawson. Hard to tell right there. Is that Lee Smith? Looks like a bigger guy.
It might be Lee Smith.
They have a tight end.
Yeah, tight end on the right side.
Yep.
So the strong side is the right side.
Yep, and he's off the ball because he has to be because Diggs is on the ball. So, and then Diggs is a single man out wide on the bottom of your screen, being the left-hand side of the formation. Once again, X-receiver, primary receiver. So when this play gets rolling, first we got to talk about Patriots. Patriots, they came out in, as best as I can tell from this look, it's a nickel formation because you got the 2 defensive linemen with their hand in the dirt. You've got number 58 you can see there at the right of the line of scrimmage, and you got another linebacker lined up on the left, and then you've got one lined up at the hash marks, and then I can see by 3 secondary guys lined up pretty close.
Yeah.
We're kind of showing that they could play man, but
the way the play unfolds, watching it, it's zone.
It's zone, and I think it's covered too.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, it's disguised. So what the different coverages, which we haven't really explained yet either. So cover 1 means 1 defender deep back. Cover 2, 2 defenders deep back. Cover 3, 3, which actually creates 3 lanes that each defensive back is responsible for.
Right.
Cover 4 splits the field into quadrants. So and then cover 0, I think, which is the next. There's also different covers you can do. The higher the cover number, the more passing defense it kind of goes. But it looks like after watching the play unfold, it does look like they're disguising a bit of a cover 2 right now. So so there's a little more terminology for you. Let's get this play underway. All right, I'll mute it. And all right, so again, we're looking at the pass blocking here. Okay, they're backing up. All right, so we got who is that on the left edge for the Bills?
Deion Dawkins.
Is that Dawkins? Okay, he's ready to pick up that block on the edge, which gives Josh Allen a plentiful pocket to get working with. And here comes the handoff. All right, and it's not even a very good fake handoff. I think it's just the theatrics of it, but he's ready to pick up blocks on Josh's weak side. All right.
Yep. Lee Smith stayed in the block. Lee Smith does not go in out in the formation, and Cole Beasley actually stays in 2, which is actually
he's on the right edge, right?
Yep, he's the furthest Bill that you can see out there on the right, and that is a unique wrinkle because you don't normally ask your slot receiver to stay in. What he's doing is a block and release, a chip and release, which is he's going to come in, just set up for a second so that he can be a nice release valve for Josh.
In case.
In case pocket breaks down, got to get the ball in your hands quick. Here's a good check down.
For sure. And then let's look at some of our defensive pieces in the back here. I don't know if you guys can see the mouse if you're watching the video, but right back here, they've already seen that it's not going to be a run play, so they're starting to back up now. That gives Josh a second, too. You have to keep in mind, that's the beauty of the play action pass, is that the play action, the fake handoff, gets some of the the linebackers to kind of commit going forward.
Yep.
And if you do it right, if you execute it right, if you're running run play, play action has to be one of those that is set up. Right, you can't just go out there like I'll do it in Madden, just like no problem. I just run play action because that's the only way I know how to play. But in the scientific reason,
well, it used to be like that.
Right?
You're saying that the repetition of the run
it helps. It definitely helps sell it because there's some teams that do it. And it's just like, oh, come on, like we know what you're going for, right? Like a smart defensive coach like a Belichick is going to be like, yo, dude, get out of here with that nonsense.
But a team like the Cleveland Browns, when they're so run heavy, you'll find that those teams are far more efficient, have far more explosive plays.
Correct.
Because of the play action.
Right. Yeah, because their backfield is one of the best in the game. Lamar Jackson would if he could work on his passing game, their play action would be tremendous.
Absolutely.
You have to have a solid running back. The Bills do not have a running back, all right? They are not likely to hand the ball off to Zach Moss or Devin Singletary or whoever's in the backfield. At this point in time, and 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's all.
They got time. It's 4 minutes left.
It's all tinsel. You know what I mean? It's all.
You just got to go through it.
It's all just stuff that adds to it. You know, the more stuff like putting guys in motion and having Cole Beasley chip and release. It's all these little wrinkles that like. If you can just get a guy to pause for half a second,
which we're seeing right now with those imagine linebackers, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be linebackers. That's what we're getting. That okay, come forward, and then okay, that half a second of having to change directions opens this play up, and I think it's incredibly beneficial because we all know linebackers can get in the way of passes.
And as good of a coach as Belichick is, this was the play he picked is a totally fine play if it's cover 2 or even if it ends up being more cover 3 or something like that. It's totally fine that he picked that play. It's a uniform play. It works against run plays. It works against pass plays. It's a very basic defense that you try and keep the guys in front of you and you collapse and you make the tackle.
Right.
The problem is that you have Stefon Diggs, who was lined up out wide on the left side, and you had Davis lined up on the right side, and they're running crossers. I know for a fact that Diggs really is a cross.
Yeah.
And what I think that you lose Davis almost immediately after the snap. He's probably running a post because the two safeties over top, we end up seeing one of them on this play, but the other one disappears. So I'm guessing that he ended up having to pick up Davis as he got further into his route.
Right.
And that leaves a lane for Diggs.
Okay.
But as we roll this play, there's a few things that make this play easier for a guy like Josh Allen than other guys, which is why I picked this play.
Okay. All right. So let's let this roll. All right, he's looking. Okay.
Did a little shoulder fake.
Yeah.
That's the hold of safety.
Yes.
So the safety, right now, information, you can't see him, but Diggs has already crossed across the formation, and the safety that's on the right side of the defense, their left, our right from the screen, he's already respected and understood that Diggs has blown through the first level of defenders. He has now crossed into what would be his territory.
Right.
So with the shoulder fake, that's enough to make that safety on Davis and Diggs to both probably hesitate. We don't get to see because it's not all 22.
Or hesitate, or even just react.
Just enough.
Really, I don't think this gets talked enough. Football is a game of reactions and actions and reactions. I'd have to say. And look at also too, if you're watching this, if you're watching this back, if you're watching the video, Cole Beasley's like right there. He's pretty open. There's a couple defenders up a little bit that are trying to cover Diggs, and honestly, Beasley could probably get away with a nice 2, 3, 4, 5 yard gain right here. But obviously, Allen's going for the strike. He's going for the kill. He's going to bury the Patriots here. So let's let this unfold, and boom. Beautifully thrown. Like this is like threading the needle. All right, He throws between two defenders. There's another defender that is tailing Diggs. Diggs has like a half step or one full step ahead of him, and the timing is magnificent.
Yep.
But as you can see, look, he could have went for Beasley right here. He
Yep.
could have went for Beasley, but he was not looking at that. In between the seams, who was even 27? Looks like Jackson. I don't know, but he's got him beat. It's a very, very well thrown ball, and Diggs takes it to the house.
It takes an arm like Josh to be able to deliver a play like that.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. So let's go back one more time and watch it unfold. All right, there's the fake handoff. There's the little shoulder chuck, I guess we'll call it. Bam. Defense is backing up. They're trying to stop that pass. Beasley's wide open. Have to keep it.
Love the guy with his hand up in the
Oh, I know. He's going to do something. You never know. You never know sometimes. And then, bam. I mean, that is beautifully thrown. It is literally. And these two defensive players for the Patriots do not know what just hit them. They have no clue. I mean, you think a guy like a Ray Lewis or Ed Reed is going to let that ball just fly like that close to them? Probably not. Probably not. This was not well scouted by the Patriots defensive players. Now, I'm not going to say the coaching and stuff, but he hits it wonderfully. And bam, Stefon Diggs to the house.
Also, Diggs being a exceptional athlete, that's a very tough.
Very good route runner. Yes. Yeah, he's one of those guys you want to put double coverage on. I think defenses are going to respect him a little bit more after last year, coming into this year.
And it's the two wide receivers coming across each other. Always can be a difficult thing. A lot of times a crossing pattern takes care of the cover. That anytime you're in a zone like that takes care of the cover too. Because you have a guy that's trying to stay in his zone, and he feels or sees a guy coming into his zone, so he starts moving one way when that's exactly what you want him to do as an offense, because you're purposely pulling him out of it so you can open up behind him, which is exactly what happens.
Took several defenders with him, and there was options there. There was definitely options, like Gabriel Davis is kind of wide open there. He's just following it for the celebration, but
that guy that you see there below Davis, I'm going to guess that was the other safety you don't see on screen, and there's probably a decent reason why Josh didn't go to him.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So, all right, so that's play number 3. Is there anything more you want to add to that?
Go Bills.
Of course. 319! 399! Hut! 3-3!
Yeah, spot.
Blue 58! Blue 58!
Yeah, spot.